Today I'm going to share how I created a custom pond cover for my above ground pond. This is from Kim's Ponds, and this lid would fit their 200, 300, 425, and 600 gallon ponds. Because of the hexagonal shape, pre-made pond covers would not work. We needed a cover because of the raptors. We lost several fish this spring to hawks and owls. We also have a turtle who spends summers outside and didn't want to take a chance of anything happening to him. Here's a list of materials. You really don't need much. I also included the list in the comments. Here are the actual measurements of the boards I cut. I will say I did not have plans for this and measured each side as I built because I knew my angles were not going to be perfect. That's why some of the sides are off. Also, there's little bumps on some sides of the pond and I wanted to make sure the lid was flush. I started by setting my miter saw to 30 degrees and did some test cuts on wood. I wore glasses and a KN95 mask because lots of particulates get kicked up when cutting the PVC. I cut all of the boards so they'd be sitting on their 1-inch side, giving the cover a little bit more height above the water. I measured where I wanted it on the pond and then cut each board separately. I attached them as I went along and tested the fit with every piece. I attached each piece with two 1¼ inch exterior screws. The PVC is soft and very easy to drive the screws into, but I didn't have corner clamps. I clamped one board and held the other. I ended up drilling pilot holes for each screw to make sure I didn't slip and drive the screws through the side of the trim board. If you have a corner clamp, you could skip drilling the pilot holes. Here you can see I laid out the empty frame and checked for fit. I wanted to have easy access to the water for feeding fish and the turtle. By creating the door, it's very easy to access the pond and you don't have to remove the entire cover. Once I created the frame for the top piece and the door, I covered each piece in vinyl coated wire mesh. I had previously bought a 100-foot roll of 1-inch grid, 4-foot tall wire mesh from Critterfence.com. It's come in handy for so many projects, from tortoise cage lids to closing off the courtyard entrances to keep raccoons out. The wire mesh was cut with tin snips and attached with a staple gun. Once I had both pieces complete, I lined them up on the pond and attached the 2-inch low-profile hinges. I made sure to attach the hinges face down, so the lid will only open slightly beyond 90 degrees. That way it won't crush the floating plant we have. We also cut small holes in the mesh of the back piece to pull the plant through. As a finishing touch, I got a screen door handle and attached it to the door to make opening easier. It turned out better than I expected, and the owl has been back several times, but has only been able to look, not grab any fish. In total, this probably took me about 3 hours to make and should hold up well being PVC and coated wire. I hope this was helpful. If you're looking for ideas for pond covers, be sure to like and subscribe for more DIY turtle and tortoise related projects.